Hey everybody, it's Jenna Allen with Mental Health Today, and I'm going to do a video on anxiety and depression and my personal experience with anxiety. I haven't experienced depression diagnosis, but I have had loved ones who have, and I'm going to give you my personal knowledge and my personal experience, my personal advice that I would recommend to anybody that is personally struggling. I'm going to start with anxiety. Anxiety is something that people have when they are triggered by the fear of something, large crowds, or, seeing somebody that has potentially hurt them in the past. My anxiety I get when I have anxiety, I'll give you an example. When I'm in a relationship with somebody, and let's say this is just stuff that's happened in the past, this is kind of how my anxiety works. When I've been in a relationship with somebody and we get into an argument, I'm the kind of person that likes to work things out right away. And when they don't want to work things out right away, I get anxiety because I'm scared that it's not going to be resolved. That's an example. Or when I run into somebody that has traumatized me, that is when I get anxiety. Those are kind of my biggest things in getting anxiety. Some people get anxiety from being in large crowds, right? Large groups of people because they have, they're scared of people. I don't know, but depression, on the other hand, I have had people who have suffered from depression, and depression it messes with your sleep schedule and your eating schedule. So it makes you have no energy. It makes you sad all the time. There is medication that you can go on for anxiety, but I personally, I've seen people have bad experiences with medication. I personally believe that, I believe that, you know, some medication will actually make you numb and make you worse. It depends on the diagnosis. It really depends on the medication. Some medication does work great, and everybody's different. Everybody's responds differently to different medication. So this doesn't go for everybody. I'm just saying that what I have seen is, I have seen medication be bad for some people. If you are an alcoholic or somebody that drinks a lot, I would not recommend going on antidepressants unless you can completely cut out alcohol, because you do not want to mix the two, nor do you want to mix it with weed as well, because it will screw with the medication, and it'll actually make things worse. So I've had 3 counselors in my life, and I found counseling was the way that got through to me. I have what you would call PBA disorder. I don't really know how to pronounce it, but when I was a kid, I had epilepsy and I hit my head a lot, and it caused brain damage. So this disorder that I have with my brain injury, it makes me sometimes laugh, hysterically, or cry and get overly emotional, and it can trigger me and make me over the top emotional. What I do to deal with that is I reach out to friends, I watch movies, I relax, I write things down. For the most part, I'm a very, very outgoing and positive person. I don't know what it's like to suffer from depression diagnosis because I've never had it, but I can imagine that it is definitely a difficult diagnosis to live with. But for me, I've had mainly anxiety, and I've struggled with my emotions. So, sometimes I can't control how I deal with my emotions. I've been like that my whole life. But it's gotten a lot better over the years. I've made a lot of changes in my life, and in the last 5 years or so, it's been a crazy journey. I have gone from, being a teenager who was bullied to, you know, growing up and getting out of high school and, you know, finally having a really solid group of friends that, you know, seem to really like me. And, you know, since I've been out of high school, it's been kind of like up and down. I've had to cut my ties with people. I've had to make really hard decisions. I've had to stand up for myself in a lot of situations. I've had to learn to be more honest. I've had to learn how to, you know, try and love myself more. And like it's been crazy. And I'm not here to go off about my whole life. What I'm trying to say, my whole point of what I'm trying to say right now is life is full of obstacles and we all struggle. There's not a single person on this planet that is perfect. And I've probably said this in most of my videos. It is the true fact. We all struggle. We all have things about ourselves that we don't like. We all have, you know, we all struggle, and somebody who struggles with diagnosis can struggle a little bit more than some people, and everyone has different coping mechanisms. For me, I go to counseling. Obviously, right now it's really hard to go anywhere because of the virus, but if you are somebody with anxiety disorder or depression or both, I would recommend the website called BetterHelp. It is a little pricey, but it is an amazing counseling service online that you and whoever you know is struggling that can look into see if it's within your budget. You know, if you're looking for relationship counseling, there's Relationship Hero. Talk to your significant other, see if that's something that you guys can afford to do together. You know, there's so many options that online, while we're stuck and quarantined in our house, go online, look up services, look up ways, research more about your diagnosis, which is another really good thing. If you research more about your diagnosis and how to help yourself while being at home, you know, doing DIYs, doing it yourself, kind of at home remedies to help with your mental health. Right now, for me, I'm personally working out every day and I'm eating a lot healthier. So for me, you know, the way I handle my emotions is I work out, and that to me is my strategy, because when I'm working out, I feel like I'm getting all my anger or my frustration out on just working out or doing yoga. That's what I do to deal with my struggles, is I do fitness, not just because I want to be healthy and get into shape, but because it does help me with my emotions. So I would really recommend doing at home yoga, doing at home workouts. And just reaching out to people. Don't feel that you're alone, you know, understand that you're not alone in this world. There's a lot of people in this world, and not a single one of us is a saint. We're not perfect, you know, but we all need to just stick together and stop judging each other so much, you know? I mean, it's not fair. Why do people judge? You know, I never understood that. Like, obviously, yes, you need to have a backbone in this damn world, but I don't know why people are so judgmental. I don't. But all I'm trying to say is, if you are somebody who is struggling with anxiety, understand you're not alone, and do whatever it takes to help yourself, because at the end of the day, we all just want to be happy and successful in life. That is everyone's goal. Everyone wants to be happy. And, you know, when something bad happens to you, it triggers your brain into being scared, and it causes PTSD and fear. And this is why there's so many living in fear issues now. Why we self-sabotage. Why we go crazy when we get hurt, and why there's so many like issues with our mental health, because we don't take care of ourselves, and we don't stand up for ourselves enough, and bad things can happen to us that we can't control, and then it causes fear and doubt it's like there's this amazing guy. He's a motivational speaker uh, on YouTube, Prince EA or EA. I don't know how to. Yeah, and he even says as one of his videos that's doubt. The word doubt is a devil in your mind when you overthink. I have a problem with overthinking, and seriously, doubt is this really toxic type of thing in your brain that makes you think things that aren't there, that makes you fear things. And you know, at the end of the day, life is full of risks, and you just gotta take them in order to get to your destination, right? And I just want to give out that message today that, don't be ashamed. Like I say in my other videos, don't be afraid to, don't be afraid to reach out and understand that you're not alone. Nobody in this world is alone. You know, we all struggle. None of us are perfect, right? So, my next video, I'm going to start doing fitness videos, yoga videos, kind of thing. And yeah, if you guys have any advice on dating, being single, self-loving, mental health, anything, I am your girl. Just feel free to message me or comment. I will leave the link below for BetterHelp and Relationship Hero, so you guys can look into that if you guys need counseling or therapy or anything, and you can afford to do it online. But yeah, that's all I got for you today, and that is, yeah, stay tuned at Mental Health Today.